friends from the press, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. First of all, I want to express sincere appreciation to President Obama and the government and people of the United States for the warm welcome accorded to me and my colleagues. Just now I've had talks with President Obama in a candid, pragmatic and constructive atmosphere. We had an in-depth exchange of views and reached important agreement on China-US relations and major international and regional issues of shared interest. We reviewed the development of China-US relations in the last 2 years. We positively assessed the progress we made in dialogue, coordination and cooperation in various areas. The Chinese side appreciates President Obama's commitment to a positive and constructive China policy and to stable and growing China-US relations since he took office. Both President Obama and I agree that as mankind enters the second decade of the 21st century, the international situation continues to undergo profound and complex changes, and there is a growing number of global challenges. China and the United States share expanding common interests and shoulder increasing common responsibilities. China-US cooperation has great significance for our two countries and the world. The two sides should firmly adhere to the right direction of our relationship, respect each other's sovereignty, territorial integrity, and development interests, promote the long-term sound and steady growth of China-US relations, and make even greater contributions to maintaining and promoting world peace and development. We both agree to further push forward the positive, cooperative, and comprehensive China-US relationship and commit to work together to build a China-US cooperative partnership based on mutual respect and mutual benefit, so as to better benefit people in our own countries and the world over. We both agree to strengthen exchanges and cooperation in economy and trade, energy and environment, science and technology, infrastructure construction, culture and education, counterterrorism, non-proliferation, law enforcement, and other areas, so as to achieve mutual benefit. During my current visit to the United States, the relevant departments, institutions, and enterprises of the two countries have signed a number of cooperation agreements and reached agreement on a series of new cooperation projects. These will inject fresh momentum into our bilateral cooperation and create a great many job opportunities for both countries. We discussed some disagreements in the economic and trade area, and we will continue to appropriately resolve these according to the principle of mutual respect and consultation on an equal footing. The President and I agree that China and the United States need to establish a pattern of high-level exchanges featuring in-depth communication and candid dialogue. President Obama and I will stay in close contact through meetings, telephone calls, and letters. The two sides believe that the expansion of exchanges and cooperation between our militaries contribute to deepening mutual trust between our two countries and to the growth of our overall relationship. We also agree to encourage all sectors of our society to carry out various forms of exchange activities. In particular, we have high hopes on the young people, hoping that they will better understand each other's country and be more deeply involved in the people-to-people exchanges between our two countries. President Obama and I exchanged views on the international economic situation. We believe the world economy is slowly recovering from the international financial crisis, but there are still a fair amount of unstable factors and uncertainties. Both sides agree to strengthen macroeconomic policy coordination and actively pursue opportunities for greater cooperation in this process. The two sides support the G20 playing a bigger role in international economic and financial affairs. We agree to push forward reform of the international financial system and improve global economic governance. We champion free trade and oppose protectionism, and we hope the Doha round of negotiations can make early and substantive progress. President Obama and I exchanged views on major international and regional issues, including the situation on the Korean Peninsula, the Iranian nuclear issue, climate change, and others. We agreed to strengthen consultation and coordination on major issues that concern peace and development in the Asia-Pacific region and in the world. China and the United States will enhance coordination and cooperation and work with the relevant parties to maintain peace and stability on the peninsula, promote denuclearization of the peninsula, and achieve lasting peace and security in Northeast Asia. We will work with the United States and other countries to effectively address global challenges such as meeting the climate challenge, terrorism, transnational crime, energy and resource security, food security, public health security, and serious natural disasters, so as to forge a bright future for the world. I stated to the President that China is firmly committed to the path of peaceful development and a win-win strategy of opening up. China is a friend and partner of all countries, and China's development is an opportunity for the world. That's all. Thank you.
Ben Feller with the Associated Press. Thank you very much. I'd like to address both leaders, if I may. President Obama, you've covered the broad scope of this relationship, but I'd like to follow up specifically on your comments about human rights. Can you explain to the American people how the United States can be so allied with a country that is known for treating its people so poorly, for using censorship and force to oppress its people? Do you have any confidence that as a result of this visit that will change? And if I may, on an unrelated topic, I'd like to know what you make of the speculation that the gentleman in front of me, Ambassador Huntsman, might run against you in 2012. And, President Hu, I'd like to give you a chance to respond to this issue of human rights. How do you justify China's record, and do you think that's any of the business of the American people?
Well, first of all, let me just say, I think Ambassador Huntsman has done an outstanding job as ambassador for the United States to China. He is a Mandarin speaker. He has brought enormous skill, dedication, and talent to the job. And, you know, the fact that he comes from a different party, I think, is a strength, not a weakness, because it indicates the degree to which both he and I believe that partisanship ends at the water's edge, and that we work together to advocate on behalf of our country. So I couldn't be happier with the ambassador's service, and I'm sure he will be very successful in whatever endeavors he chooses in the future. And I'm sure that him having worked so well with me will be a great asset in any Republican primary. Let me address the other issue, and a very serious issue. You know, China has a different political system than we do. China's at a different stage of development than we are. You know, we come from very different cultures and with very different histories. But as I've said before, and I repeat it to President Hu, we had some core views as Americans about the universality of certain rights, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, that we think are very important and that transcend cultures. I have been very candid with President Hu about these issues.